Hey y'all, hope y'all been doing well. I finally got everything done, so now I can show you what I've done for spring. And if you're first time watching, welcome to my channel where all things are primitive, vintage, and we talk a whole lot about Jesus. But anyway, let's get right into the video. This is the Barnwood shelf. I changed it, the top. I just added the crate and I moved my ironstone to this Barnwood shelf. And then there's some Bibles, little testaments. And I'll try to go slow. But I hope you guys have been doing well. And I'll try not to talk too much. If you have any questions about anything, just leave it down in the comments. Let me know what you guys have been doing since we last talked and visited. And that's just a jar full of just wooden pieces, threads, and just wooden pieces. And then this down here is just a rusty, crusty thing, and I loved it. I got it last fall, and I thought, what am I going to do with it? So I just put the bottom of jars, the lids to the jars, and then that's what that under the table looks like in the dough bowl. And again, it's just a hodgepodge of things. And I need to glue down the side of that picture. And I meant to do that and forgot. And there's my beautiful, beautiful Chippy table that I got about 2 or 3 years ago. Then I just added some tulips in the milk can. Or it's like a little milk pail. It's not actually a milk can. It's like a little milking pail. I got that little antique store that's no longer open. And then of course some brooms. And that candle, I got to put a battery in it. I thought the battery was good, but it's not. That's the world of feminine for you. That beautiful picture. It says you can build a house with wood and stone, but only love can build a home. And I just love it. I got that at a sale about, I don't know, about 5 years ago. And I'm actually looking for the small sifter to go up there on top. And I'm going to repaint those houses. I'm going to repaint them a different color because I don't like that color anymore. Not for what I've got going on. And then he's a little chocolate bunny. I think I ordered him off of Etsy. And then those little chocolate bunnies over there, I got one at a junk store, and then I found the little one at an antique store, and then I got that one off of a junk store. But anyway, and that right there is just a little basket with some odds and ends in it. Okay, now, and I've got several new pieces, and I promise y'all I'm going to get better about doing haul videos. But lately I've just been cleaning everything up and getting it styled because I can't handle a mess. And that's what the bottom of that looks like. And my mom actually gave me that. It says, "The Lord is my rock and salvation." Psalms 18:2. And boy, isn't that the truth. And then those praying hands, I got those at Goodwill last year. And just redone them. A flower frog with my little chicken on it. And okay. Then down there, I kept the lamp like I had it for Christmas, like I had it at Christmas. I took out my table, my second end table. I took it out, and then here is a piece. There's my beautiful mama. She's in heaven. And I got that chicken that's in that crate. I got it at a thrift shop. Oh, about a month ago, I guess. And then that ironstone picture is the one I had, or picture, excuse me, is the one I had in the bathroom. And then the apple crate, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I'll get up close as I can. I got that at an auction, the auction that I always go to. And then I've just got the wooden bowls. And then here is my beautiful pie safe. I'll get back here where you can get a full view of it. I love her. She's not perfect. She is perfectly imperfect, just like I like. I actually, Sunday, I redone these knobs. I just had to go to Lowe's and get some wooden knobs. Because the knobs that I had did not go with the period of the cabinet. And I'll show you the side. See, it's got the holes in the side. She is a true pie safe. And then on the inside, I'll open it up. I just got it fixed like that. That way, that's the first shelf. I'm gonna hook this latch back here, sorry. So you can see what it looks like. And I just took things that I had and decorated. I did have to order 2 more of the candle, the primitive candle lights for some lighting. And then these cups I got at, I got those last year, and then I found these. They're not a perfect match, which I don't care, at a thrift store, the same thrift store that I got that chicken at. And I got those 2 chickens. I haven't bought chickens in a long time, and I found those 2 chickens the same day. So I got those, brought those home and cleaned them up. And then I actually got that little butter dish, that kind of matches those cups, last year at the Goodwill. And I just stuck a little picture back there, sorry. And then I painted those little bunnies to look chocolate. They need a retouch because I done it, excuse me, my thumb. I done it last year. And then I've just got the little ironstone, stop them from little ironstone transferware there. and the blue, and then here's a green. That one's not ironstone, it's just a pretty green color. Then, okay, let me shut this. And one day I'll do a decorate video with me if y'all want to see something like that, but I'm warning you, play with it a lot to get it just like I want it. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Then I got this picture. I love it. I've wanted that print for years. And, well, last year actually. I was finally able to get it. So that's what that's looking like right now. But right here in this spot, I got my daughter a shelf about last year maybe, and it had a quilt arm on the bottom. So I'm gonna put that quilt arm right there, and I'll show you what that looks like. Then over here, I just done this to that. And my husband is actually going to make, and I just got the wooden bowls. Oops, sorry. I just got the wooden bowls in the butt basket down there. Let me scoot this chair over where it's supposed to be. Okay, now, okay, sorry guys, I hadn't made a video since Christmas. Then there's my scale my mother-in-law got me for Christmas. I got it all cleaned up, and then that little hen, I got it at an estate sale this past Thursday, along with that picture, sorry. Like I said, I promise I will get better at doing haul videos. And there's my beautiful sister who's in heaven with my mama. And then I've just got that pretty ironstone picture in there. And that sweet little bunny. He's so sweet. Look at that little fella. But my husband's going to make me another end table. Because I'm not liking that end table anymore. And then I've just got that like that, and then over here it's like that. There's just a little jug over there. Oh, and y'all hadn't seen my living room suit. Let me back up. I got an oversized chair instead of a love seat to give more room. And then there is the sofa. It's a beautiful green color. There's the color of it. And then the table. Well, what I use for a table, it's a chicken crate. Still got quilts, and I just added the little primitive sign. And there's another sweet little bunny. I got him at a yard sale about 2 years ago. Just added some little eggs, kept the flower frogs, and then there is a cute little candy box sampler. It's a little sampler of chocolates, I guess, came in it. And then some tulips with some greenery and bunny bait. Got that at Michael's this year. And there is a little Easter card that I just stuck in the Bible. And then there is just a little primitive sack that's holding eggs. Okay. But I just love that cabinet. But it will look better when I get that arm over there. I'll try to back up slow. And yes, I'm still working on trying to find a ceiling fan. Whew. I'll find one. And that looks just like that. And then I've just got a crock there, and I just put pillows. And then I found that last year. It's just a little Happy Easter. It's probably a thing off of candy or something. And there's the sock form. And my mama's rooster that fell off and broke. I know he's not supposed to be sitting on a nest, y'all, but what do you do? I wasn't going to throw him away. That broke my heart. It hurt my husband's heart. Just about as bad as it did mine, I believe. And there's the campfire tin. And I gave my daughter my other one. I told her if I got one that I would, and I did. I gave it to her. But then I found this little Firkin. Let me show you. It's got a lid to it. At that estate sale Thursday. And I'm thinking about redoing it, actually. I am. Matter of fact, I know I am. But my shoulder just wouldn't allow it over the weekend, so I couldn't. And then there's my slot pot. There's just an old rusty bottle and a butter mold. And then here are the knobs. My mother-in-law, they were her mother-in-law's, who has gone on to be with Jesus. And she gave me, I think there was, I don't know, 6 of them. So, as beautiful as they are, I just cleaned them up really good. And after I take what little bit of Easter I got down, I'm going to actually put those in a bowl filler. And yes, I'm still trying to figure out the lighting. I'm just going to have to break down drill holes for lighting. And then there, I've just got that like that. I got that bowl at auction, the one on the top. I got that at auction, oh Lord, 2 weeks ago, maybe. And then here, I've got Jesus knocking on the door, because he is the reason for the season. And then an Easter card that says, "Lo, I am with you always." Matthew 26:28. And I just got that like that. And a beautiful cross that my niece actually got me when my sister went to be with Jesus. And then I've just got that like that. And that is a little, like a little crock looking thing that came from Hobby Lobby. I think I paid $3.29 for it. And then I've just got that like that. And then you come on around and there's, I painted him to like chocolate. And there's the sherry container, a nut grinder. And I moved this from over at the dining room table. And then here is just another Happy Easter. I didn't do a whole lot. I just wanted to keep it really simple, and I took out a lot. I know you can't tell it, but I really did when I spring cleaned. After I got to feeling better, praise God for that, I took out a lot. And we sent a lot to auction. Okay, then I've just got the bunny in there with some greenery, and there is a ladyfinger bowl, ironstone underneath that. It's an old sifter. And there's my beautiful crock I got last year. And that piece of wood, I actually got it Thursday. I'm gonna redo it though to make it match better. So I just stuck it there for now. But then I just got some florals from Hobby Lobby. I just stuck some brooms, and it's a reproduction scoop. I've had it for a very long time. And then this is the mantle. there's an old ginger beer bottle. Candle mold, a sweet little bunny. I just think the bunnies are so sweet. There's a foot warmer that I got. Or my husband actually got it for me for Christmas. He got it back in the fall, but I told him it could be for Christmas. And there's another bunny. And just a little wooden mammy and some butter pats. And this little thing, it's an English and Japanese dictionary. And then this bottle, I think I showed you all already. I know I did. Look at that. Is that not gorgeous? I found that in an antique store for $5. I was like, yes, and please, and thank you. And then just some books. Oh, and I got some books at that estate sale. I haven't bought books in quite some time. And there's those books. And that blue, beautiful, crazed, stained piece. And then the top, I just kept very simple. And I thought about adding some lighting to the greenery. I don't know, I might. I don't know. And then up there, and that is actually my husband's grandmother. She was a precious, precious woman. She loved to laugh and she loved to smile. She's the one in the pearls. She's a sweet little thing. And she loved my husband. Oh my gosh, he was her baby. That's what that looks like. And I turned those back around. You know, at Christmas I showed you I had the, I put the Christmas labels on the back. And there's my other slop pot that I got back, back in the fall maybe? And that's what that looks like. I just put that in that calf thing. And then here's what the top of the Hoosier looks like. And that in the middle is actually a butter churn. And that one right there, that's a newer one. When I find an older one, I'm gonna trade that one out. And then up there, that's what that looks like. And this baking marshmallow tin, y'all, I got a story behind this. It's so sweet. Let me turn this light on so you can see a little bit. I was bidding on that marshmallow tin, and a dear friend of mine, the lady I actually got this Hoosier from, was bidding on it. Well, it got up to a certain price and I stopped. So I was going, you know, I just said she can have it because she's got a shop and she can sell it. There'll be another one come along. So long story short, I was sitting there and it was right before Valentine's Day. And here she comes, sits that tin at my feet and looks at me and says, "Happy Valentine's Day." And y'all, my heart, I'm telling you right now, it just, I about started crying. I really did. I was like, no, absolutely not. Because I know how much the woman paid for it. And that is my great-great-grandfather back there. And my great-grandfather and great-grandmother. But anyway, I knew how much the lady paid for it. And she was like, no. She said, my husband told me that I was bidding against. I said, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. That's what we're, that's what we're here for. But she made me take it. So the next day, I was trying my best to pay her for it, and she just wouldn't. So the next day I went to her shop and I bought some things. I said, I gotta do something. But I just thought that was so sweet. God is so good. He is. And I prayed, I said, God, you bless her. You bless her socks off. And then here is the card to that print over there. I actually found that at an antique store about 2 weeks ago. And I got that card before I got that print. Because I thought, well, if I can't have a big print, then I'll just get me the small one. So God blessed me with a big print. But he's just laying on the butter dish. I thought he was so sweet. I got him the day that I got that those chickens over there in the cabinet I showed you. And then I just put the tulips, and I was going to grunge those tulips, y'all. I had every intention on it, but time got away and didn't happen. Maybe I'll keep them out this year and be able to do that. But I changed behind the dining room table. I put the brooms that I had in the clock, back here. Put those back here. And then I'm going to turn on this light and we're going to see what this does, if it helps any or makes it worse. Okay. I'll show you this back here first. I left that like that. I turned that door. I was going to hang it on the wall. And I was like, nah. So I stuck that. That's a clothespin bag. I got that in a estate sale right before Christmas, I think. But anyway, I stuck that up there, just stick it up there, and then I thought, I kind of like that. So I stuck some greenery in it. And then when I got my tulips out, I said, well, I'm going to see what it looks like. So I left it. And then I just put my egg beaters that I had over in my ironstone pitcher on the cabinet, which holds the ironstone. I took those out, and I'll show you why here in a second. And then I got that at auction. It's just a copper chicken. And then my husband actually picked that out. He liked that real well. And then I just stuck that Hobby Lobby chicken up there. I got the red one, but I haven't used it in a while. And then that's what that looks like still. And I just added some eggs in there. And look at this sweet bench, y'all. I found that at an antique store in Greenville, the same where I got the print. And I just loved it. And I had it with that cabinet, the pie safe that's in the living room. I had it with that in mind. And I stuck it there. And I need to get me a bigger rooster to put right there, so I just stuck him there. And then this is what this looks like. And this little thing right here, it's a butter mold, but I normally don't buy them if they've got something painted on them. But I bought that one because I liked it, and it was $6. So I would have been really stupid not to buy it. So I brought it home, and I sanded it down so it wouldn't be so vivid and bright. And I put some agent wax on it. And then this is what the bottom looks like. And it was painted in, January the 19th of 98 by Tammy. She done a great job on it. But I never bought one painted before, but I started to put it down, and the lady at the estate sale said, Lori, I said, okay. And I'm glad she did, because I was going to put it down. And I've just got some salt cellars there. And some depression. And then in here, I didn't know what I was going to do my dining room table. It was really the last thing I decorated. I picked that rabbit up at it was Honest Pete, a junk store on the side of the road. I couldn't believe I found it, and I think he gave it. I think I got that one and 2 more and something else. Seems like a butter pat maybe for like $3. And then those are just those green little rabbits from Walmart. And I just took their bow off and put some jute around it. And there's just another little card. And then this little tin is so sweet. It's a Cadbury biscuit tin. And it was actually in a box lot with a little butter stamp. And I got it. And I ordered that prairie grass from Etsy. And I don't know how to link things. So I'm going to try and find out how to do that. And I've just got those little grass balls stuck in there. I got them at a yard sale or something. Didn't know what I was going to do with them, so. And then this right here is just a little, I guess you could call it a butter pat, but I thought it was just really pretty. And then here is the story of Easter, the Easter story. And it's got so many little illustrations in there. It's got the prayer for spring for children, just different little ones, but I just thought that was really, really pretty for Easter. And that's what that overview looks like. Then we'll swing around here. Try not to swing too much. I can't wait to get a ceiling fan. My father-in-law's on the hunt for one. He'll find me one. And there's my beautiful picture that a friend of mine got me for my birthday last year before last. I think it was year before last. It was at a estate sale. And this is why I took all that stuff out of that ironstone picture. It's because I just put some dried florals from Hobby Lobby. I seen them from Julie. Oh Lord, what is the name of her channel? Thrill Thrifter. She puts out great content. You talking about a cleaner and an organizer? Buddy, she is. But I didn't want to exactly copy her, so she put hers in a beautiful kittle. So I put them in there. And those are just some brushes that I got. And that's what that looks like. That's pretty much the same. And those little bunnies come from Hobby Lobby. And then the light. Yes, I had those lights everywhere, y'all. And then here, I don't know if you can see that for the glare. It's just like login books, like for a farm. It tells how much they paid for their seed, their corn. That's what that is over there. The bottoms to those jar lids. And that little rusty crusty thing. And this bowl I actually got at auction. Oh, it's over the winter. My husband, bless his heart, when I wasn't feeling good, he would go for me. I would see